What is going on, guys? Carter here. I have got an attempt at an unboxing here. This is the second try. First one's jacked up. Of course, I could have not told you that and just pretended like this is my first try and I'm just so awesome. But I'm not like that. I mess this up. New katana in from Hanbon Forge. Now, Hanbon Forge is one of many companies where you can do custom katanas. You know, really it's just mixing and matching different parts. Some of these companies provide more options than others. For example, Ryujin is probably the least I've seen. However, the most affordable and good low-level swords. But you can only pick a few different things. Hanbon, Ryan Swords gives you a few more options. And one thing you'll notice if you go onto these sites and start building your sword, a lot of the pieces are the exact same. The Subas, you know, very not only similar, the exact same Subas. So different companies, I would suspect that a handful of manufacturers in China are producing all these, and different companies kind of put them together for you. But depending on who you go through, you get different options. The one I've seen the most options is the JQ, the what is the actual site name? Soro Swords or something like that. That one's the one where you can really fine tune your sword. But Hanbon is got reasonable amount of options. Of course, it's coming from China. I put in the order, I forget exactly when, but maybe about a month ago. So getting it now is actually pretty impressive. I was surprised when it showed up at my door today. I wasn't expecting it. I figured it'd be stuck in customs for a couple weeks. So once it actually shipped, you know, it came at a reasonable speed. It came packaged in really nice solid foam block wrapped in tape, as you can see right here. So wrapped really nice, and then it came wrapped in plastic, and then in its sword bag, as you can see right here, that I picked out. And then this is the first time I've looked at this. When you place an order with them, they will send you a picture once it's completed to kind of make sure it is exactly what you wanted. If there's I don't know if they'll make any changes for you, because at that point they've already built the sword, but I guess you can maybe cancel your order or something like that. So they sent me pictures of it, and I liked it. So we're going to take a quick look. As you can see right here, the Suba, or the Ska, is wrapped in shrink wrap. I can already tell there is one thing that they didn't do for me, and that is I requested, after I put in my initial request, I requested that they change the Ito to a synthetic silk as opposed to the cotton that it originally was, but it looks like it's cotton, which I'm actually fine with. I was kind of going either way. I went with iron fittings, just kind of a classic look. Nice maroon Saya here, sorry. It's difficult to say this because I'm checking this out literally at the same time that I'm trying to talk about it, and getting a kind of idea of how it is, how it looks, things like that. And I will say that I am more impressed in person than in the pictures. One of the things that I didn't love so much in the pictures was the Ito wrap was pretty uneven, the diamonds, which, you know, is the case. They're not perfect. However, when you see it in person, you scrutinize it a lot less than what's in the picture. In the picture, I was kind of thinking, wow, that's the worst wrap job I think I've ever seen. I think part of it was also that the angle the pictures were taken at kind of made the diamonds look more out of shape. But seeing it in person, it looks a lot better. You know, obviously, like I said, it's not perfect. There's some diamonds on here that are a little skew-wampus, but at this price point. Oh, by the way, so I spent about $300 for this. That's all the different upgrades, and I don't remember everything that's upgraded on it. I know the Sageo was a slight upgrade. The iron fittings are not the cheapest they have. It's kind of mid-tier. I think that's about it in terms of... Oh, I also got the upgraded Saya with the polished black horn fittings there. So what am I going to do here? I need to take off this plastic wrap so I can get an idea of how tight the wrapping is. So please, please, please bear with me, because I don't want to mess this up while I'm talking about it. Mess it up meaning if I... Okay, there we go. Pretty easy to get off. If I cut into it, I didn't want to cut the wrap or mar up the fittings or anything like that. So the point of this video, I struggle with unboxings because it's difficult to really give too much information when you're kind of checking it out at the same time. I mainly just wanted to document what the process for getting it was like, what the packaging was like, a little background on the company, and kind of just a first impression of what you're going to get when you order from them. So the wrap is very, very tight. Well, I mean, the wrap is tight for a lower end production sword. I mean, you can really push it in some sections. It'll move a little bit, but it's definitely not extraordinarily loose. So very impressed with that. I don't see any of the wood paneling poking out. So that looks good. Everything looks really nice there. The end cap here is extremely tight, glued on nice. Nothing's rattling. Still got a little piece of plastic on the handle here to get off. So, big reveal. By the way, that was not marring. The saya is perfect. Nice gloss finish. No marks. No nothing like that. So, big reveal. Oh, by the way, I think I'm probably going to polyurethane the handle just because it's cotton. I like to do that. 1 or 2 coats of poly on the cotton I think will suffice, just because cotton looks really good. I like that it's a natural material. However, it will fray a little bit quicker than synthetic silk, and of course, real silk is ideal but difficult to come by. So I'll probably polyurethane that just to make sure to keep all the fibers from fraying and things like that. So without further ado, sorry guys, we're going to take a look at the most important part, which is the blade. Now, I have heard that these can be extremely tight, and that is no exception. It is very tight, very, very tight. However, it looks like it's also wrapped in plastic. So that will actually help right there. So let's get this plastic off of here and take a look at the blade. That is very, very nice. I am beyond happy with this, guys, to be honest. This looks really, really nice. I've got some additional, this was an additional charge to get this detailing on there that looks really, really good. The finish on the blade is not super polished, but it's just perfect. Trying to get some good pictures there. You can see the hamon. Looks really good. I went with the folded steel. I believe it's 1060 folded with the real hamon right there. No bohi, as you can see. Everything is extremely, extremely tight. I am beyond impressed, guys, to be honest. It's razor sharp too. This is the sharpest katana I have ever received. Granted, I don't have that big of a repertoire, but this is the sharpest katana that I've gotten, including production and everything that I have. It is outstanding. Very impressed. I can't believe it. So I'm extremely happy with this katana. I would absolutely recommend Hanbon Forge based off this example. Price, quality, obviously, if you're a heavy duty cutter, if you are, really hitting the tatami mats, I don't know if this is necessarily the best choice, but if you want just a well finished, customizable, you can see here, there's no grind marks, done really, really well. Customizable, nice example of a katana that's affordable. Absolutely 100%. I would recommend Hanbon Forge. I'll do a more detailed review on this. There's definitely some things that aren't perfect that I want to bring out, some of the transitions and things like that, but overall, I am beyond impressed with this guy. So I definitely check him out. Hanbon Forge, good stuff. Let's try the fitment now. Very, very tight, but I suspect that it will wear in. hopefully nicely. But I will say that I would prefer it to be too tight than too loose, because it's really easy to just take some mild sandpaper and kind of sand out the mouth here and make things go in a lot smoother. It's much more difficult to try and shim, and then you end up having to sand the shim or do whatever you can. I will say that the inside of this is super, super clean, and it was done well from the get-go. My Dragon King, it has a shim in there already, so it didn't fit at all, so they shimmed it to try to get it to fit, and it's a lot nastier inside. This is finished very, very well. Really good. Very happy, if you can't tell. Very happy with this. Very surprised. All right, guys, that's it. I'm out. Handband Forge. Check them out. Catch you guys later.